here we are, episode 77. 77. Abomination Vaults, Pathfinder 2E. We're about to get started here. Got our starting hero points dispersed. Got Bjorn coming in with 3 tonight. Or after he does the recap, he will. He'll have 3. Jesse, you're coming in with 2 hero points. Everybody else has got 1. Got almost a full house. We're only missing Rachel tonight. She's busy making a big move to a new house there, and she's having trouble getting the internet installed, so she'll be missing this week as well. And probably next week because she's going to the convention, I think down in Philly. But she'll be back. She'll be back. We'll see what trouble the heroes get her into when she does get back. Anyway, folks, here we are once again. You guys ready for some Pathfinder 2?
Hell yeah!
Time to get crazy? I think so.
You're damn right.
Now, let's jump into this. Let's do our quick introductions. Let's start with Karma. Karma, you're up.
Hello, I'm Karma, and I play the War Priest Cleric in the party. She's helping the party because she believes that Ayamode has given her a quest to do so, and she's taking it very seriously. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, especially after that brief episode we had. Moving on to Kyle.
What's up, my friends, my family? I'm back again. I'm playing Bjorn, the fighter / war priest cleric in his own right. Got some other things going on. He plays one of our frontline combatants. And after last week, everybody kind of learned a bit about him, and we all kind of learned a bit about each other. So I'm excited to dip my toes into that going further. And we're about to get knee deep into a little worm-looking creature in case I can't get my diplomatic game going on. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fan-fabulous. I'm ready. Let's get it.
Fan-fabulous. Lyra, Dizzy, you're up next.
I play Lyra, the champion.
Champion of Ayamode. No, Desna.
Mm-hmm.
Desna, that's right.
She's been here and there, rather been busy, but hopefully she can come back and help the rest of the group tonight.
Yep, she definitely will. Let's see that go down. Okay, Dizzy. Jesse?
Hey guys, I'm Jesse. I play our level 7 fighter Valfor. He is the very impatient of the group. He's totally focused on getting this over with and killing Valcora himself. For some reason, he's very focused on that.
Yes.
And last week, we learned some things about the other characters, but Valfor is still a mysterious character. And we shall find out eventually.
We will.
So let's get rolling.
Let's get rolling. None of this boring roleplay stuff. Let's get into the combat. Yeah, that last episode was pretty good. Pretty intense. Got a lot of backstory and on the characters, and that was really good. Yeah, we're all good with the intros, right? Did I miss anybody?
No.
Okay. Let's jump right into a little recap. So, Jesse, you're going to start it off. So you're going to get your second hero point for that. And Kyle, you're going to finish it off, right? So you're going to get your third hero point for that. So go for it, Jesse. Start it off.
Okay, so last we were here with our intrepid group of companions. We had decided that we were going to go back through the level and get back up to the earlier level. As we were up there, we passed out the hydras that were hiding in the river. And we did some exploring up there, and we had decided that we're going to have to make our way back to maybe fight the dragon or the dinosaur monster that we had encountered earlier. But on our way back, we encountered some kind of weird mist that engulfed everyone. The next thing we knew, we were sliding down a pit. And it was quite the fall. I mean, we took some heavy damage from when we landed. And all three of us got knocked out. And we all went into a kind of a hazy dream sequence. Valafor was on a beach in Otari, relaxing, sleeping. Whereas Bjorn and Karma had encounters in their dreams with battles and a strange cottage that had a little girl that Bjorn was told to rescue. And Karma actually may have had a vision of Desna herself and told her what she needed to do and how she knew what to do in mysterious ways indeed. And eventually, Balfour did wake up, and he was hearing cackling in the back, and he immediately recognized the cackling. And it was our good old buddy, Ronaldo. And he was indeed the catalyst of what was going on. And we called him out, and he talked to us, mysterious as ever. Learned some things from him? Not really. But he said we're helping him. So he did heal us, I guess. And after that debacle, we decided to go to the dinosaur area. That's where I'm going to let Kyle pick up.
Yes, sir. And then we kind of backtrack a little bit, Jess, because it was really good stuff there. Karma had a vision where somebody with an executioner's axe, looks kind of a lot like a certain axe wielded by a blonde boy, split a feller in two. So what's all that about? We're gonna find out some more on that later. And then on Bjorn's side of things, we met Clan Helrix in its entirety there. Found out that they serve a particularly evil individuals, we'll say, and we'll leave it at that. And then after that, we decided we were going to go back and try to get into the room with the giant dinosaur-looking creature. We'd actually been there once before with Arthurian and Sheppy and all them. It was not a fun time. Sheppy got dropped. We had to quickly get out of Dodge. But it popped around the corner, belted out some sonic damage, and Valafor and Bjorn kind of gave pursuit. We pinned it in a corner, and it did not even get one strike off before we completely put it down. And the fight was on, and then the fight was over, and then we decided we were going to go back to the arena and check out those doors. And that's where we went down, and we heard something coming from behind these two double doors here. Our rogue wasn't with us, so we didn't really have the ability to pick locks. So Valafor and Bjorn decided to put a little bit of elbow grease and actually shoulder charge the door multiple times before we were able to gain entry. And then we gained entry, and this is what we found: a Morlock screaming, or correction, a Morlock's head screaming at the top of its lungs. I kind of imagine it sounds like a really upset cat screaming, like all the time. Or at least that was kind of my mental picture. And this creature was speaking to us, and that's where I believe we're going to pick up with that, and see how interesting this is going to be. I'm excited.
Okay, sounds good. So we're going to start the session off in combat right from the get-go. find my calendar again. It disappeared on me. I was just showing you guys the calendar. Journal notes. There it is. Let me get that back out again. This goes in the 5th. We're still in the spring, or actually might be entering summer by Gozrin. 47:19. About 3 hours before midnight. Thereabouts. That's where we're going to pick up. Everybody's in the initiative tracker. Everybody's rolled their initiatives. As far as you guys are concerned, it looks like Bjorn will be starting off. But before we do that, let's backtrack a little bit. Lyra, you're sitting on a stone-cold floor. You have a torch lit. You're back in the safe room. Far below, from where you last remember being. All you can remember, as the body of Cypher is laying there beside you, unconscious, still alive. All you remember is this mist, this fog, enveloping you and the companions. It was so thick you couldn't see the companions. You heard crashing as if someone was falling to the ground. You yourself were starting to feel quite faint, dizzy, as it were. You could only feel the grab of Cypher behind you. You turned around and you could see her face, although it was slightly concealed by the mist. Looking at her directly in the eyes, you knew that something was amiss. Something was wrong. You began to stumble backwards with Cypher. Cypher began to whisper you, "We must get out of this fog." And she began pulling you. You both stumbled through the darkness, back from whence you came, away from the mist. You can't see the others. Cypher can only imagine what might have happened to them. But you were feeling out of it. You were feeling dizzy. And eventually, you were overcome by darkness and you fell to the ground. Only to wake up in this chamber you now find yourself in. You could vaguely remember waking up and stumbling through the corridors, lighting a torch with the help of Cypher. And then it felt almost like as if you collapsed yet again. Only to wake up crawling on your knees, Cypher close by. "We must get back to the safe room. Something is upon us. I feel it. It's cold and it's heavy." And you found yourself here with Cypher, back at the safe room. You've managed to escape whatever was reaching towards you, perhaps to consume you. Cypher is unconscious at this stage.
Okay.
You've decided that the fate of your friends is of vital importance. Do you have a holy symbol? We'll assume you have a holy symbol.
Okay.
You find your hand grabbing tightly that holy symbol of Desna. The call is strong. The pull to explore, the curiosity. It's driven you to this point so far. You feel a desperate need to get up and find your friends. Whatever stupor Cypher is under, She is safe for the time being.
Hmm.
You say some prayers. You take your holy symbol and you press it close to Cypher's body, putting it in her hands, not knowing if she's a religious sword or not. You trust in Desna, that he will protect. You leave her tucked away safely with some blankets near a corner of the room. You make sure the tables are up against the doors. You make sure it's secured. You take your dagger. If you have a dagger, get rid of it. If you didn't have one, it's okay. Cypher had one. You press it into the door, almost to attempt to spike it shut into the stone somehow. You manage to do so. At least there's some form of lock. I think you guys did do some kind of a spell, though, for that, didn't you? I think Karma put some spell on that.
Yeah, a lock spell.
A lock spell? Well, we'll assume that didn't function the way it should have then. Because she put her dagger in there. She got in.
Oh, jeez.
Let's not get too complicated with this situation here. So, we'll leave that as it is. And you made your way back in the direction that you are familiar with, heading back towards where you remember the fog, where your friends might be. But this time from a different direction. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Okay, so you're on your way. In the meantime, the 3 remaining companions are encountering this bad boy. In this chamber they just entered. One of those nasty worm types with a rapier, a wand, and a bandolier with all kinds of things contained therein. Vials. Huh? He's hovering about 10 feet off the floor as if levitating by the time you enter this chamber. You see nothing else, no one else, although the ceiling looks pretty high, judging from the shelves that contain all kinds of books and chemicals and elixirs, perhaps reaching as high as the ceiling. And as you come through the doors and step inside Valafor, Bjorn side by side, seeing this hovering abomination before you, at the top of this set of steps, he seems to be aware of your presence. He knew you were coming. You disturbed me. Now you shall pay. And with that, we're going into initiative. Bjorn, after these words are muttered from this creature's maw, what do? You're up first.
Bjorn's gonna free action, drop the long sword.
Okay, before you do that, I'm gonna have you make a check here. I need you to make a will save. This can be public.
All right. $31.
Okay. Let me make a note. All right, go ahead and take your free action.
Yeah. Bjorn's gonna kind of set the long sword aside. And then for his first action, he's actually going to unclip the shield and kind of take it off as well. Second action, he's going to pull the glaive that's strapped to his bag in one hand, and he's going to look to the creature. Indeed, I do disturb you. Perhaps you could have some information about this place. What you know of this area, creature? And he's saying this in undercommon.
Valifor, as you hear your friend Bjorn begin to speak these words, you're up next. What do you do?
Okay. Is there anything else in this room besides him?
As far as you can tell. You can always look around.
All right. Balfour's gonna run up to the creature as far as he can get, hopefully to the wall behind it.
That right there is going to be close. You can get in one move action.
Okay.
All right,
So basically,
hold on.
Okay.
We'll assume you move straight, not up the steps, because I would make you make a tumble through if you're going to do that. But you can hop that little
Okay.
stage-like area. It's not too difficult. You could do it without making a check. It's not that high. So you can get there. That would be about 20 feet.
All right. So here's what I want to do. I want to run up to the wall, use the wall as a springboard. I'm going to hop in the air and grab it and grapple it, pull it down to the ground.
You're attacking it?
I'm going to bounce off the wall and grapple it. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Grappling. What is it, reflex DC?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make it. Oh, it's fortitude DC.
You want to hear a point that, Jess?
Does it hit? Does it beat it?
It's only 23.
Yeah. Let's hero point that.
28.
Better.
You've successfully grabbed this large worm. So yeah, you pulled that off.
Okay. So he's come down from being levitating now? Or am I holding on to him in the air?
Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. He's 10 feet up in the air.
That's why I said I wanted to springboard off the wall.
All right,
and grab him.
let's retcon some things here. You move 20 feet here, 25 feet up to the wall. You want to kind of jump and then push off to try and catch him?
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep your rolls for the attack, but I'll need you to make another athletics check to pull this off. This is going to be a little bit harder. You got a 19. Do you want to use a hero point for that?
Yeah. There we
34.
go.
Okay, it's not critical success, but I will let you do that. You do springboard off of that, and that becomes your grab. All right, so you were successful. So you ran up the steps, you leaped into the air, you did it successfully, pushed off, and managed to grab this creature who's 10 feet above the air. However, you are also 10 feet off the ground. So you're holding on to him.
Okay.
All right. Now he is considered grabbed. He can't normally move. But if this is magic, that might not be the case. All right. But you do have hold of him. Now I'm gonna count both your arms wrapped around him. So whatever you had in your hand is now on the ground. All right.
Okay.
It's a free action to drop things. All right, so you got one more action.
I'm gonna pull out my. No, I'm just gonna punch it.
All right, you could do that.
I'm gonna punch it right in the head.
All right, unarmed attack, Kyle.
Punch it right in the head. Another flipping 2. No, I don't think so, Jeff.
The teeth got in the way.
Yeah. That big freaking mandible got in the way.
It is off guard now, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to matter.
We're trying everything.
Ah. A moment here, I have to fix one of the token on the map here. So it shows armor class to me. Alright, so you're done. Now we're going to go to the next, which is... Well, you're about to find out. Bjorn, Valafor. As Valafor rushes forward and does this, you can see this as well, but you see movement on the ceiling. The light from Valafor's shield. Or not Valafor's shield. Bjorn's shield. That's glowing magically. You can see the ceiling of this room. It's about 25 feet up. And you notice this because you see something moving. Far above, something large that was kind of hovering in the shadows. You see it as well, Bjorn. Directly over your head, clinging to the ceiling, you see a familiar sight. He has
Where's Jeffy?
He has the glaive strapped on his back. And he has what looks like a bow. Ready to rumble. And he's going to take a shot. He's going to take a shot at you, Bjorn. Let me see. Yes, we are. Crashes against the floor next to you, Bjorn. You manage to avoid it. It's going to attack again. What is your armor class? 25? Okay. It's going to try another one. It takes a series of shots at you in quick succession. 3 shots with this composite longbow, as it were. None of which hit you. You managed to evade all the shots. Bjorn, well done. While you're in mid-sentence.
Yeah.
Karma, you're just outside the door of this chamber. Just outside the portal. And you see, you hear these arrows crash against the floor all around Bjorn. And in the distance, you see Valafor rushing towards this creature. Grabbing onto him, floating in the air, his feet dangling. A very familiar sight to you, Karma. Earlier on. What do you do?
I enter the room a little bit. And can I hold an action so that if someone takes damage, I can cast a spell?
You can. Here's the thing, though. It's to ready an action. It costs you 2 of your actions. All right?
Gotcha.
And what it does is it gives you a reaction. Now, a reaction is a single action that you take during someone else's move and stuff. So in this case, you have to use a spell that's a single action.
Okay, gotcha. Keep that in mind.
So what spell are you using? You have to tell me.
It'll be a 1 action heal.
Okay. And what's the trigger?
If someone takes damage from that is within my range of touch.
Okay. Sounds good. That would be Bjorn.
Right.
Or anybody else that comes close by. You never know.
Exactly.
All right. let's see here. Grabbed until the end of turn. Grabbed. Let's take a quick look at grabbed just to familiarize our brains with grabbed. I think all it does is it keeps you immobilized, doesn't it? That's it. And you're off guard. You're held in place by another creature, making you flat-footed and immobilized. Yeah. If you attempt to manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed at a DC 5 flat check, or the action is lost. So, you got a hold of him. And I am counting it as grabbed in this case for that situation. Although he's floating in the air. So, let me see what I can do.
Is the Drider attacking from the ceiling?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I got. What is your athletics DC? It's got to be pretty massive for you. Let's say about
27.
for not for Bjorn, for Valafor.
That's Valafor's 27.
That's all? I thought it was over that. Like a 30 something. All right.
His athletics is plus 17.
So 27. Oh well. All right, he's trying to escape here unsuccessfully. So in lieu of that, what he's going to try and do, he's going to spend his remaining 2 actions to try and daze you, Valafor.
Okay.
While you're clinging to him. Give me a will save.
Oh boy.
15. Yep.
Out of hero points.
I told y'all this is going to be the night my dice turn them.
15. That is a critical fail. Okay, you're going to be stunned. You're also going to take some damage. Let me actually put this in the chat here so I can click a button for damage. There we go. So you're stunned 1, and you take 15 points of mental and points damage.
Okay.
Let me see, what is that? +5 mental. I don't know. Anyway, as you feel this jolt penetrate through your mind. Now, this is interesting. Since you're stunned, you can't act while stunned. Stunned usually includes a value, which indicates how many total actions you lose from being stunned. So you'll lose 1. When you regain actions, reduce the number you regain by the stun value, which is 1. So That'll last just for this turn. I'm going to consult the Oracle. I'm going to give a slight chance that you actually lose your grip because you're dangling. Gravity is going against you. Nope. You hold on to him. And we're going to go to... perfect timing. You'll hear familiar sounds echoing down this hallway, Labra. I'm going to give you a torch. So cross off a torch from your inventory.
Will do.
And if you look on the map, I put you right at the entry point of this long corridor. Now, although you can't see the full distance of this corridor, I don't think you can. You do see light glowing in a doorway. You see somebody familiar to you. It looks like the cleric, the servant of Ayamode, in the distance. What do you do?
Most stuff is not her best choice, but she's gonna try and move as quietly as she can down the hallway. Try and find a way to maybe dim the light a little bit so it wouldn't draw any attention as she moves.
Go ahead and move.
All right.
What's your movement rate? 25?
25.
So it's 1.
Gonna stop and gonna listen a little bit more intently, see if she can hear anything that might be recognizable.
Okay, so you're gonna spend...
see if she can maybe recognize if maybe it's an ally, maybe potential enemy.
All right, you take pause and go ahead and give me a perception check from this distance.
Gotcha.
And that'll cost you an action.
Rolling coming.
Nice. You make your roll. You definitely see that up ahead is Karma. You've never been down this corridor before, but the doors were open. Obviously, your friends are in this direction. You hear commotion. You hear Bjorn's voice echoing, billowing out something. You have one more action.
Okay. She's gonna turn that action into movement and move another 25 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Bjorn, you're up.
Bjorn's gonna change grip two-handed on that glaive. Yeah. He's gonna look to Karma and kind of nod to her. Focus your spells on the Drider. I have nothing to deal with it. And he's gonna move up and attempt this. Kind of trying to get Valifor's head out the way. He's gonna try to bring the glaive down for a nice shot. Kind of trying to angle it so it's not going to hit the Valifor as this thing's thrashing around.
You'll have to be right under him to be able to hit him with that thing.
Oh,
We'll
something I
assume
forgot. When he casted that spell, did I get an attack of opportunity?
you're not. You don't have. You're not threatening him. You're just grabbing him.
But he did a spell which can trigger.
Yeah, but in your case, dangling, it changes everything. This isn't just normally grabbing hold of somebody where you got a stable footing and, you can hold them and pull a hand
Gotcha.
free to punch. I'll let you make attacks, but I'm not going to give you an attack of opportunity in this case, especially against him. You're just dangling at the bottom of him. That's how I'm picturing it in my head. And by the way, to use attack of opportunity, remember that you have to have a weapon at the ready. If you're not threatening anybody, you don't get your attack of opportunity. Now, granted, you could use your fists to punch and kick.
That's what I was going
So
to
you
do.
technically don't need a weapon in your hand to use it. You just have to be threatening the square he's attempting to move out of. If you do, you get your attack of opportunity. In your case,
Or does manipulate.
in your situation, I'm not giving you the attack of opportunity because you're dangling, hanging off this creature's bottom,
Okay.
10 feet off
makes
the
sense.
ground. Right?
Yep.
It's a little bit distracting for you. You're not exactly threatening him. You're just holding
No, you're
on.
just dangling.
All right, Bjorn, do your thing.
Only got time for one of these. Miss. So we'll hero point that. Just because.
Vile creatures.
Missed again. Nope, not good enough. That's gonna be it for me. Change strip, moved, got in there.
All right, Valifor, you're up.
All right. What I want to do is I want to grab one of those potions off its belt. And I'm going to shove it in its mouth.
Okay, those
That red one.
potions are well out of your reach. Remember, this is a
Can I climb up to it?
long creature. All right?
I'll shimmy up him. I want it.
Okay, just remember, you're at the bottom of this creature. You're not near his hands. You're not near his stuff that he has around on his chest there. Just look at the image again.
All right. I'm going to
But-
attempt to climb him.
Okay, we could attempt to do this. Give me an athletics check. I need to come up with a DC for this.
29.
29. You guys are just too athletic, especially you, Valifor. All right, you climb. You manage to get up towards his chest and arms at this stage. That was one action.
For my second action, I'm going to grab the red potion off his belt.
Make an unarmed attack against his armor class, plus any modifier from that I put in here. I'm going to say that actually fails. So if you want to attempt it again, go for it.
All right. Do it again.
You can reach them, but you're not able to grab hold and pull out whatever he has in there. You're going to need better than a 26.
Yep,
I
missed.
tried.
Okay. Close, but nothing is coming free. Remember, you're clinging on to this guy with at least one arm while you're doing this. There's a lot going on here. But, yeah, okay. You did that. So you're done?
Yep.
All right. Now it's time for that Drider way up above. He sees the struggle of his friend, but his eyes are focused now on you, Karma. It turns its attention to you. But it's not shooting with its bow this time. You see it outstretch one of its hands towards you in this direction, and it's almost like Spider-Man. This web-like material shoots out from its hand in your direction. It just lands shy of your feet. You manage to get out of the way. Damat. It's going to take another attack, this time with the short bow. Or the long bow, sorry. Again, at Karma. One of these arrows comes zipping through the air at you, and just you duck right out of the way, and it smashes on the wall behind you. Next, we're going to go to Karma. How do you react, Karma?
It's not close to me, so I'm gonna. What I'm gonna do then? Just checking something. Speed 24. 1, 2, 3. I move here. I'm gonna cast Heroism on Bjorn.
Thank you.
Spell effect heroism.
Oh,
Drag
yeah.
that to your token, Bjorn. It's a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, and savings throws, and also skill checks. That's heroism. If you weren't heroic enough, Bjorn, now you are. You're filled with valor.
I've got to help my dice tonight.
The power
If
of
it says
Iamode.
duration,
Huh?
duration if it says duration 10 minutes, does that also mean I have to use an action to keep it up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No.
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 Okay.
Once you cast it, it lasts for 10 minutes.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Vile creatures, you will all pay for this. And he looks towards you, Valafor, as you clasp around its body, right near its chest. It's going to attempt to attack you with its maw, this great open fangs that it has. It's going to clamp down on your head. Ugh. But it hits. It hits. It's going to roll some damage on Valafor, who's got this creature grabbed. It's going to be normal damage. You're going to take 18 points of piercing damage as its mouth clamps down tightly over your head and begins to twist and turn, and you feel the cuts and piercings of these teeth grind on your flesh, grind on your skull. 18 piercing. And making me waste actions trying to escape. What's your athletics DC again?
27.
27.
I should have did that first. This counts as an attack. Escapes are attacks, so I got a penalty on this attempt. And it's successful. So, what was it again? 27?
27.
All right, this is a normal success. He gets free and removes the grabbed and immobilized conditions. So, what's going to happen here, Valafor? You are going to fall to the ground. You're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage from the drop as he managed to push and wriggle himself away. You fall to the ground 10 feet. You are prone. Yeah. All right, so mark yourself as prone. You're taking a beating. Now, I will allow you to, your weapons that you dropped, if you had them here, that I allowed you to make the jump with, they're right near you. You'll have to spend actions picking them up, but yeah. So
Okay.
that's where you're at. And for his final trick, he begins to move just out of your reach. Bjorn, not you, Valifor, because you're prone. But if you want to make an attack of opportunity, you can, because he's starting to move upwards as if levitating.
That's critical hit.
That's a critical hit. You just hit him hard and sharply. That's going to be
26 points slashing damage.
Let me think here.
On a critical hit on an attack of opportunity, messes up any spells.
All right, relax. Let me see here. All right, so he's not casting a spell. So there's no spell to mess up. But you were successful with the critical hit, so you're going to do your damage there, which is what, 26?
Yes.
Okay. 26 what?
Slash.
All right. But yeah, if that was a spell that he was casting, you would have disrupted it, and he would have lost the spell, but that's not what he was doing. He was simply moving. Through the power of magic. We'll put it to you that way. So he manages to get himself about 20 feet above the ground now. So he's well out of reach of all of you at this stage. Okay? And he's done. Lyra, you're up.
Alright, she's gonna move another 25 feet. Actually, I'm gonna put her right there. She's gonna glance into the room, kind of get a look around, get a feel of what is actually happening before she steps inside.
All right. Let me see what it looks like for you. Yeah, you can see this creature hovering above the ground. You see Valifor 20 feet below it, laying on his back there below it, weaponless. And you see Bjorn and Karma also along the steps. Bjorn has his blade out, his glaive, trying to stab at this creature. And that's what you see.
Okay.
And the room as I described earlier. I won't go into it again, but that's the room you see. It's got a vaulted ceiling. There's all kinds of alchemy type things all over the place. Jars, and vials all over the place. Tables. And as you do get into this room, I will say once again that below and behind this creature, along this wall in the south, you see what looks like a body, some type of humanoid creature you've never really seen before. Or have you? This creature is... Its arms are separated from its body. Its head is separate from its body. And they're all strapped in place on this wall. And there you can see the head, these eyes moving about. You see that its mouth is open and it's screaming in agony and pain as you get closer to this part of the room. It's alive, Lyra. An abomination.
Can I do a knowledge check to see if she might be able to recognize it?
Do you think I'm going to say no?
Hey, I'm still gonna ask.
The creature? Go ahead and make the
Mhm.
check. Make a... All right, let me look real quick.
Wouldn't be society, would it?
No. This is going to be... The most applicable thing is going to be... I can't read that. What does it say? Oh, it is society. How'd you know? It's society.
Good guess.
Good guess.
All right, making it blind for you.
Because it's a humanoid. Society. Gonna check
Roll
out
incoming.
some society. Yes, it's some type of goblinoid. Maybe a ghoulish type of creature. Yes, that's it, a ghoul.
Okay.
That's all I can give you.
All right.
You can, now with our house rule, you can make, if you do fail a recall knowledge, and you're never really sure if you do, but you're allowed to make additional checks, even with a failure. Normally you can't, but in combat, we allow them. So keep that in mind if you want to make further checks. Regardless if you fail or succeed, you can still do it in combat. Okay? And you're done.
Alrighty.
Round 3. Bjorn, you're up once again. The creature has now pulled itself away from you. He's 20 feet up in the air above you. You have a reach weapon. 10 feet away, you can hit somebody. He's 20 feet away. There's no way you can get him now.
He might be out of reach, but that Morlock on the shelf isn't. So, actually, Bjorn's going to attack the screaming creature that's all bound and hog-tied. See if maybe it's drawing power from it to levitate. It'll be at 29.
What did you attack?
This ghoul creature tied up down here. I'm attacking the head.
Bum, 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 bum. You got a 29?
Yes.
All right, you do manage to clip the head, and you cut through it. You also smash into what looks like the machine itself that's keeping this creature, this head, still alive. You see a few strange sparks shoot off of it. And the creature lets out what seems like one final scream as from the impact of your blow, and its eyes begin to close, and its sounds begin to slowly die down as this ichor, this ooze begins to trickle from the wound that you just put in it. Looks like you've slain the beast.
But it had no effect on the levitating creature.
No.
Okay.
How dare you! My experiments!
Come down here and face me, and I will not harm another.
Ha! Anything else, Bjorn?
Yes. I'm going to do... He's taunting the creature. And gonna do a lawful battle prayer.
Lawful?
Yes.
Oops, I opened up the wrong thing here. Okay, so what do we do now?
I need to roll a religion check against his will DC.
Okay, go for it.
$36.
36. That is going to be success, normal success. This creature is similar to the ones you've seen before, these long, worm-like large creatures with arms and mandibles and long tails that grab hold of implements like swords or wands. But this one seems much more powerful, different somehow, more menacing. You do manage to call upon Ayamode as you begin to recite the prayers, perhaps some litanies of past heroes. It seems to have an effect on it. The power and force of law.
Take 3 points of lawful damage.
3 points. Barely noticeable, I should say. But it does acknowledge your words.
That's all I got.
Let me look at real quick the traits. Divine General Skill. That's it? It doesn't say if this is... This is considered alignment damage, if I recall. Yes.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. All right, now you're done?
Yes, sir.
Velafor, you're up. You're on your back. You are weaponless. But your weapons are right around you if you had them and dropped them there. I'm not sure you carried any weapons. But that's where
All
they'd
right.
be.
From the ground, I'm going to pull my chakram from my belt. And I'm going to whip it at the creature. Ranged attack.
That's critical.
Oh, by the way, I was aiming for the red potion on its belt.
That's still a critical hit. What'd you say, Fred?
Oh, I was muted. That changes the DC. If you're going to hit a specific thing at this creature, it's not going to be using his armor class. It's going to be a modified armor class because you're aiming at that one.
You're breaking up bad.
Am I breaking up?
Yeah, you were.
Test, test, test. Are we okay?
Yeah, you're pretty good now.
All right, I'll say one more time. His armor class will be different if you're going to aim at a specific thing on his body.
That's okay. I rolled a nat 20.
Doesn't matter. You still have to hit. A natural 20
Okay.
will make whatever the result is one step better. It'll turn a failure into success.
Gotcha.
All right, so you hit him with this chakram, which I think has the ability to come back to you in your hands, doesn't it? I don't know. It'll say that in the weapon description. That might have been an ability.
I think it was the creature's ability.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
'cause it doesn't have that.
all right, you do manage to shatter one of these vials, and there's about 4 of them on this creature. give me a number from 1 to 6.
6.
Okay, you shattered one. That's about it.
Did I get a critical hit?
Yeah, you managed to hit a specific thing on his body in this case, and you destroyed it.
Ending. Okay. Well, here comes the damage.
It'll be 26 points.
All right, that's going to be halved. Next.
You got one left, Jess. You want to grab that axe with one hand?
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Gotcha.
Okay, he's done. We're going to go to this little creature here, the Drider, who's 25 feet up on the ceiling. All right. You see this creature, Karma. You look up once again to hear this creature. You hear chittering sounds coming from its mouth. As you catch sight of it, way up above, you see its hands begin to wave through the air left and right. You see the hands begin to glow orange. Suddenly, flames begin to flicker from its fingers. It lets out a strange, alien-like scream as it pulls its arms back behind it and launches its hands forward in your direction. This is going to slam into the ground. It is going to affect everybody within 20 feet. Right there. 5, 10, 15. Lyra, you are just outside of the impact zone, as is the worm creature, who is just high enough to avoid this massive explosion of a fireball. It erupts. Everyone's going to make a basic reflex save. I'm going to give you the DC on this. It's 26.
I have a question real quick.
Hold on, I'm going to lose my train of thought. Hold that.
Okay.
You need a 26.
Up here, point Bjorn.
Okay, Karma, you got a success.
That's critical.
You got a success. One step, but was it a natural 20?
Yep.
So you did get a critical success. Okay.
And Valor got a 20.
So we got a failure, a success, and a crit success. Now, Bjorn, you're not going to take any damage for this. You managed to get yourself away, and with whatever cover the machine provides, you managed to avoid the heat and explosion of the fire that erupts around you. You'll take no damage. Valafor, you failed. You're going to take full damage. And Karma, you managed to also avoid some of the damage, perhaps hiding near the steps. You're going to take half damage. That damage is going to be 66 plus 4. Let me scroll up and grab that. Hold on. Hold on. I haven't even done the damage yet.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. There's a lot of math here. 29 points. Bjorn, you take none. Whoever took half damage is going to take 15. That's you, Karma.
Okay.
Be ready, because I know Lyra's going to do something here. And Valafor, you're going to take the full 29 points of damage fire damage. You just got hit by a fireball. All right, now, Lyra, you do have a reaction. Is that what you wanted to use?
I was going to try and see if I can use Liberating Step for Valithor.
What's the range?
I had to do a double checking, but apparently it's 15 feet, so that would cancel it out.
Yep, that's nobody. You're a little bit too far away. All right,
Damn.
so it's okay. And that creature is done as it spent an action pulling out its bow or putting his bow on its side. So he's done. Let off a fireball. Karma, you pull yourself up after the flames begin to die down. This explosion. I should have used a cool macro for that. See, I can use fireballs too.
That was scary.
You're having too much fun.
Yeah, GM can't have fun. What are you doing, GM? Stop it. Stop it now.
Stop.
Is it my turn? You said?
I think so.
Oh.
Let me look. Yeah, you're up.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make it challenging for you guys. You're so powerful.
Yeah.
Man,
I move right here.
freaking athletics checks. You're too athletic.
And
Pulling my worm down.
I'm gonna use a one action heal on our friend Valithor here. We'll do a 3rd level heal on him.
Feel free to roleplay that.
Seeing the explosion, right, and it kind of coming out of it, she'll make her way, standing back up, and she'll kind of crawl back over into the fray. Seeing that Valithor is, near death and incredibly wounded, she'll raise a hand, glowing with holy light, over to him, and she'll reach up and touch the back of his shoulder, and funnel some healing magic directly into him. If I can figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, you roleplayed it good, and I'm going to give you an extra hero point just because.
Oh, thank you.
Just because. Now, before we go any further, we're on round 3. I'm going to not retcon anything, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to have some checks be made that I totally forgot. Except Bjorn, he made his. But, let's see, he moved up 20 feet during this turn. So, it's still within range. So, Bjorn, I think you're immune to this, but I need everybody else except Lyra. So, Valithor, Karma, you're going to make some rolls here. As you got closer to the creature, at the start of your turn, you're going to make a will save. Okay?
All right.
It affects your mind. Let me read the description, actually.
I'll keep it 28.
Things become foggy to you. Things are not
That's one.
clear anymore. You're good. 28?
That's right.
All right, so what I'm going to do... Valithor is safe, so it didn't affect him the whole time. However, make one more roll for Valithor, because he spent another round holding on tight. Actually, you too, Karma. You're going to have to make another check. But hold on, don't make it yet.
15.
15. All right, so what happens to Valithor? He's going to be confused. And Karma, you're safe, but make another roll.
Okay, what is it?
So-
Just a regular roll?
It's a will save.
Oh, another will save. I will hero point that.
technically, this would have happened before you got your hero
I
point.
had 1 hero point for snacks,
okay,
right?
okay, yeah. That's right, you did.
28.
All right, you're safe. So, basically, for the 2 rounds that I forgot, I'm ignoring one of the rounds, the first one. You had to make a savings throw against something affecting your mind. Things were getting confusing, like some type of fog was in your mind. And this includes Valafor, who was grabbing and holding tight. Now, you've all were successful, except Valafor did fail his 1 check, which I'm going to count as the last one. So he should be confused. Yes, which is not good. Now, there's more to this. Okay. All right, so that's done. Let's continue with this. We're going to go to the creature, and this is exactly where this is going to kick in.
Heal, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
So you gain 15 points back, I think.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Gonna go
And
to
then my final action is to maintain concentration on the heroism.
You don't spend an action to do that.
No, I thought you had to.
No, that's 5e.
Yeah.
You could just wait. Now I'm a little confused. I thought to.
It doesn't
keep
work.
something-
Doesn't work like 5e at all. It's just basically a trait.
Only certain spells have to be maintained. That's not one of them.
Oh, I thought it was. Sorry, my bad. I'll raise my
Yeah,
shield.
if
I'll raise my
it
shield.
says
Then.
duration, then it has a time limit. That's it.
Okay, put your shield up. There you go. You're all
Alright.
good. We're going to go to the creature next. And let's see. I want to make sure I didn't screw anything up. Valafor. Okay. By the way, confused. When your turn comes up, Valafor,
You take control of my character and start swinging.
yeah, you're flat-footed or whatever they call it now. I forgot.
I'm still on the ground.
Yeah. Are you still laying prone?
Yeah.
Nice. It sees you, Valafor. You can see its head turn in your direction as you lie there on its back after winging that weapon at him and shattering one of his vials. Strange arcane words begin to come from its maw. Some of its arms begin to weave back and forth. You hear a noise behind you, Valafor. Think for a moment, Valafor. What is the most fearsome creature you ever imagined? Something that made you shake and quake at mere mention of it, or thoughts of it from your nightmares. What did it look like? What was it? A dragon, perhaps, a winged beast, some type of large worm with wings. What did that creature look like? Perhaps when Valafor was young, he read tales of such beasts.
Yeah, it's a large, black, demon-like dragon. Flaming red eyes and glowing green saliva just sizzling on the ground.
Suddenly appearing from the roof, the ceiling, rather, you see this very creature begin to appear, and it's descending straight towards you. The rest of you see what looks like a strange shadow. But in your eyes, Valafor, the creature itself is appearing. It's manifesting before you, and it's coming directly towards you. You need to make a will save. It's descending. Its great maw is
30.
extending. That will be a success. Now, you're going to take... Well, let me put this in the chat so it gives me buttons to roll. This phantasm descends upon you, and its claws and its bite rain down strongly against you. Now, do you have something that gets rid of frightened?
Yeah, bravery.
Bravery. This is frightened 1, but your bravery is going to
Bravery.
mitigate that. However, let me continue. You are going to take some damage. Let me make sure that's right. 2d6, 3d6. I guess it is. Let's see, level 4. This is level 4. Let me see what it just rolled here. Seems like a lot of dice I just rolled there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8d6 plus 4 mental damage for a total of 31. I want to verify that's correct, though. Well, yeah, 31 points of mental damage. Although you are not frightened. And everything goes black. The creature of your worst nightmares just appeared. For giggles, let me roll this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's rolling 8. D6. I have a feeling the damage button is based on if you failed. You didn't fail, you were successful. So the damage is actually halved. It's actually 46. So what we'll do is we'll half the 31. So you're going to take 17. No, 15. 16. 16. Am I right? Yeah. 16 points of damage you actually took.
Got it.
When I clicked the damage button, it assumed you failed. You didn't. You were successful. So, which is essentially half of what you'd normally take. All right. That was cool. Everybody else, all you see is just this, what looks like this big shadowy like creature appear. But Valafor, you see it. You see that image as clear as if it was real in front of you. And it is, because it just damaged you. So is he still down? No.
No, he's still up. No.
All right. But you shake off any fear. You are a brave warrior after all, facing your nightmares. And I want to do anything else? Yeah, it's going to move another 10 feet above the ground. So it's now 30 feet above you. Or no, 25. It's right at the ceiling. So it's actually 25. Right. So it's up there alongside the Drider. Right above you, levitating. Lyra, you're next.
Okay.
Whoops.
She's gonna take one step into the room.
Oh no. You see shadowed arrows all around you. And gook that looks like webbing. All over the floor. Looking up, you see this creature. As well as the worm staring down at you.
Her focus would instantly turn to the creature that's hanging down from the ceiling in front of her. If she drops her weapon, that's not an action, is it?
It's free.
Okay. She's gonna drop her weapon.
The creature you're talking about is 25 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm. As she drops her weapon, she's going to grab the javelins that she has on her back.
Okay, that's another action.
And then she's going to throw one at the Dryad.
What's the range increment?
Let's take a look.
As you hurl it at the Drider.
Range increment is 30 feet.
30 feet, okay, no penalty. So go ahead and make your ranged attack with your javelin.
There it is.
Feel free to roleplay your attack. I do give hero points if you're good.
Going to hero point that.
You're gonna run out.
There we go. As she is turning in the doorway, seeing this creature, again, like I said, she's going to drop her two-handed weapon, and as she's doing that, she's already immediately reaching for the javelins on her back that she has ready on hand. And as she's grabbing one, she's looking up at the creature. Not exactly dead stare, but she's just gonna look it straight in the eye, not say a word, and just throw this thing at it.
Okay, I'll give you a hero point.
29.
That's a hit. Seven.
7 points of damage.
You roll the 1. You stick it. It lets out a screech. Ah! 7 points of piercing damage.
Alright, so she moved. She already threw a javelin. She doesn't have one more action, does she?
No, she stepped. She took a free action. She retrieved and she attacked. So that's 3 actions. All right. Don't forget to rearm yourself. I don't think you have anything out, or do you? You have it. Don't forget your torch. I'll let you drop it to the floor, or you can still have it in your hand. It's free to drop something. Well, you did drop something. What did you drop?
She dropped her two-handed sword to grab her javelin to throw it.
All right. So you have one hand free, and we'll assume you still have your other hand on the torch,
Yes.
which you can drop for free in your next. Well, I guess you could do it now if you wanted. It's free.
She'll do it.
All right. Let me grab the torch token. Right there. Dink. There we go. All right, let's do that. Now you got both hands free. I guess your weapon is on your back or something. All right, we're going to go to round 4. Now, before we go any further, let's see, he's 25 feet. Oh, he's out of reach. You're safe, Lyra. All right, so, Bjorn, you're up.
You would see Bjorn's hands come off of his glaive as dark energy begins to swirl around his hand. Kind of very uncharacteristic for this very churchy, preachy kind of fella. As he casts torturous trauma on the creature above me. I need a basic fortitude save.
Torturous trauma.
Yep, cantrip.
Necromancy. Non-lethal. With the spell born of Kanebi's, I have a feeling this is from that book that I don't use. Sadistic love of torture. You batter a creature's internal organs, leaving no external signs of immense pain. Delivered, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1d4 plus spellcasting modifier with the basic fortitude save. If this critically fails, the target is also fatigued. Till the start of your next turn, creatures that lack internal organs are unaffected by this spell. Which creature?
The rider across the way.
Alright, range 30 feet. That's going to be a stretch. He's 25 feet up, and you're about 15, 20 feet away from him horizontally. About 15 feet away from him horizontally, so I could make this impossible if I wanted to. But we'll let him make the save. Just keep that in mind. Okay, he succeeded. What happens?
Since it's a basic, I guess
it's
he
basic.
takes half damage.
He takes half damage, you're right. Go ahead. Roll the damage.
So 13,
7.
take 7.
Alright, takes 7. What kind of damage is it?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Okay. And give yourself a hero point for good measure, since you did describe it to me.
I've never used it, so I don't know. Like, it's just in the cantrip list. It sounded alright.
I think that's from the Mwangi Expanse book, and I'm not using that. Because it's mentioning a name here. Kamnebi? That sounds like something from that book. I'd have to look at the description, but it's irrelevant right now. That's okay. You done?
Yeah, that'll be it for me.
Doesn't sound like a very honorable spell, if you ask me.
Actually, from the Ghost King's Rage.
Ghost King's Rage.
Yeah, I'll change that out next time. Don't worry about it.
I never heard of it.
Not for bye.
Gotta go to this creature you just struck. Ba, 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 ba. How can I challenge my players? Another fireball! Alright. He's going to once again begin weaving his hands in front of him. Doing the do. He's going to use Magic Missile. Looks like it's first level in this case. He's going to spend 3 actions to do it, so it's a total of 3 arrows because it's level 1. I am going to put 1 on Lyra, 1 on Karma, and 1 more on Valafor. All 3 of you are going to automatically be hit by this, and it's just a matter of is there a save, basic save? I don't think there's anything that applies here. It's just boom.
No, they just hit.
Let's roll the damage. I'll roll this individually for each of you. Lyra, you're going to take 7 points of force damage.
Okay.
As one of these ethereal arrows materializes and shoots down straight at you, unerringly. It strikes your flesh, piercing you. Karma, you are also going to see this come in your direction. You're going to take a solid 9 points of force damage.
Gotcha.
And Valafor, are you still laying on your back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to get up yet.
Yeah, you haven't. You get that confusion to deal with. You're going to take 7 points of force damage as an arrow slams into you. It took him 3 actions to do that, but he's done.
Can't take too many more, guys.
Yep, and we're going to go to Karma. Never fear, Ayamodi is here.
All right. So I am going to.
Right.
Let's see. How about that doesn't do more than checks. Okay, so yeah, let's do a 1 action heal again on Valafor, and I'll make it 2nd level. That's 1 action healing. 17 healing for Valafor.
Right.
Thank you.
That was a 1, and then I will cast guidance on Valafor as well, and then I will raise my shield.
It's like what?
That is it.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Karma. Well done. Gonna go to Valafor. Now, with confusion setting in. When does this go away? DC 11 flat check to end when you take damage. Somebody tries to knock your senses back.
Well, he just took damage from magic missile.
He did. So go ahead and make that roll. DC 11 flat check.
Yay.
All right, you saved yourself. Darn it, I shouldn't have picked you then. Darn it, it took the confusion away.
He's focused on killing me tonight.
I'm spreading the love. You're just being so rush in, and you're the most vulnerable. Actually, there's a reason for it.
Got mad.
Well, if you guys have been paying attention, these creatures, these giant worms, seem to be recording things. They seem to be looking at warriors in particular. They seem to be very interested in warriors, especially the aggressive ones. This one, you've garnered its attention. If you must know.
Well, I kind of got that hint. The chakram, is it in front of me?
No.
Where is it?
I don't know. You'll have to find it later.
I think it's still stuck in the creature chest, but you do have a javelin.
All right, I'm gonna stand up, pull my javelin, and whip it at it.
Whip it good. Do 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 do.
No, I got
Nice. All right, I'm done.
It shatters against the ceiling.
Well, you just don't want me to use ranged weapons tonight. Breaking it now.
Next is Jafaki. There he is. Where are you, Bjorn? You're sitting right under him, aren't you?
Yeah, like I'm right up underneath him.
Let me check the range. Perfect. All right. Since I don't want to pick on Jesse, I'm going to roll d6 here. I'll make it public. Starting from karma, going clockwise. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 and 4 are karma, all right? One, two, three, 4, 5. That's valid for it. It's on you again anyway. So, it's going to spend 2 actions, and you're going to have to make a save here. Will save. This is confusion. Begins to fog your mind once again, Valafor. 25 is failure. By 2 points. You're going to be confused.
I do have guidance.
Yeah, that only adds +1.
Oh,
All right. So the confusion goes back on you once again. Your mind is filled with fog. That's from the spell this time. Let me click cast. Bunk. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. So I got that done. And, yeah. So you're confused. You can attempt to save a new... You can attempt a new save at the end of each of your turns to get rid of it. So this is a little different from the confused condition. In this case, where it was a DC 11, you basically make a savings throw instead. So you're going to use a savings throw for this one. This is from the confusion spell.
okay.
I think the other confusion you were under was because of mind fog. That's not a spell, that's a aura effect. Alright, so there. That's 2, and he's got 1 more. It has... I don't know why I'm telling you guys all this information. Yeah. In one action, it reaches towards its bandolier, and it grabs one of the flasks, and it hurls it in the direction of Karma.
Does he have quick draw?
Yes. It's called quick consumption.
Nice.
Trust me. Stop questioning everything I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
Gotcha.
Now, anyway, give me a number, Jesse, from 1 to 6.
3.
Odds it's lightning. And that's exactly what this is, coming directly towards you. Infused bottled lightning. It does have splash damage, but you're the target, Karma. This will also affect Bjorn and Valafor if it's successful. So let's make a ranged attack with this. Bottled lightning. Here it comes. Oh no. Oh, it's not bad. What's your armor class? 30? 25? You're hit.
Yeah, 25. Sorry, I was muted.
Alright, so Karma, you're going to take 2d6 of lightning. As this bottle comes hurling in your direction, it explodes almost like a grenade. You see fingers streaking through the air, and it catches you. You're going to take 2d6 plus 2 electricity damage. I'm going to have to roll this separate, I guess. No, here it is. Yeah, let's roll that. You're going to take a total of 6 plus 2, 7, 8 points. That's including the 2 points of splash damage. Now, Bjorn and Valafor, you're also going to take splash damage from this as the little arms of lightning catch you. You're going to take 2 points each. Three, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now, would that trigger another save for Valafor since he took damage?
How did that become 8? Hold on, Kyle. Suppose a bottle of lightning deals 2d6 electricity damage and 2 electricity splash damage. On a hit, the target becomes off guard until the start of your next turn. You gain a +1 item bonus to the attack rolls. Yeah, okay, so you're also off guard. The target. So Karma's off guard. So, what was that? No, it's splash damage. There's no save here.
No, it's damage. He's saying, does that trigger me waking up from my confusion?
Yeah. It's damage.
So I need to make a will save.
Yes.
18.
18, I don't think does it. Nope. Let me check it. Nope. You need a 28. What? Actually, let me look again at that spell. I wonder if you still get your flat check. It can attempt a new save at the end of each of its turns to end the confusion. All right. It's at the end of your turn. Valafor makes saves.
Okay.
So we'll assume that was the check and it failed. And... well, I'll let him make another check next turn. Alright, he's got one action left. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Oh, he threw that thing. Okay, so that's done. He's done. We're going to go to Lyra.
Where's the damage on that? I'm sorry, I'm looking on the thing and I don't.
2 points. Just subtract 2 points from your... Do you want me to do it?
Oh, no, I got it. I got it. Thank you.
Just right-click your token. You can do
All
it
set.
there. All right, Larry, you're up.
Alright, so this creature that's still above. I'm gonna guess it's still above her.
Yep, 25 feet up.
Okay. Alright, just gonna throw another javelin at it.
You got to draw another one. One at a time.
And she does so, that's one action. Gonna throw it.
Yep. Oh. 19.
Rerolling.
Okay. Use those hero points.
$26.
That hits. Desna is with you. Roll your damage. 10.
10.
Okay, you suck another one in him. And yes, the javelin shatters.
Great. So she drew it, threw it.
One more. You guys are having trouble with these ranged flying creatures, aren't you?
Let's see, what does it take to do that? Gonna take back 5 feet away from the creature, and then she's gonna hold.
Okay.
An event and a turn.
Okay, Bjorn.
Right, I'm gonna reach, since I have a free hand, I'm gonna reach into my bandolier and I'm gonna pull out my healer's tools. Because I have battle medicine.
Nice.
And I'm going to... let me click on the right person here. I have
Yeah.
battle medicine, so I'm going to... First action is reaching into my bandolier, second action pulling him out, and then he gets a... Battle 4 will get 2d8 plus 10, because I have assurance and medicine.
Gotta put you right here.
Okay.
No, I still can't see it. He's freaking huge. Well, we know where he is. He's in this square right here. Right above your head.
Jess, you're going to get 20 back.
Thank you. Much needed.
So, yeah, I reached in, got my tools, pulled them out, used them on you. Now, I got one left. Fritz, what... If I were to pull, like, a chunk of this, since you said that I kind of disabled the machine, can I pull a chunk of something and throw it at this guy?
Sure. He's 25 feet up.
Well, how will we go about doing that?
Well, what's the range increment for an improvised weapon thrown? I'll make it up. Go ahead.
I believe it's 10 feet, but what do you want me to roll for it?
Do you have any ranged
Mark?
attacks on you? It's a ranged attack. It's going to use your dex. Do you have any dex-based attacks?
I got unarmed, and that's it.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with range here.
Let me look at your character real quick, and we'll figure it out manually like we were playing face-to-face. Let's see how good we are. Why can't I open your character sheet? Can't open anybody's character sheet. All right, let me refresh. So you're going to roll d20. You're going to add your proficiency bonus for, what is it, simple weapons?
Unarmed attacks is plus 11. Simple plus 11. They're both plus 11.
All right, so you're going to add 11 plus your dexterity modifier. Yeah, we'll just use the dexterity. So whatever that is, that's your total modifier. Roll d20 and add that.
That'll be 24. I don't think.
Probably not. I think it was what, 26? Let me write this down. 24 plus hero point. I have to refresh the page. I can't see anything. Let me double check his armor class here. It is 26. I can open the sheets now. Telekinetic projectile. I know, it's strapped on there pretty tight, though. You just severed it. You got him. All right, so yeah, you missed with that. Anything else? All right, we're going to go to the Drider, who Lyra's been distracting. No, it's not going to waste its time moving. It's going to shoot one of those little webs at you, Lyra. I'll try and pin you down. It's got a good range increment on this. It's gonna miss. All right, let me see here. It raises its right hand. And in its hand appears a green glowing arrow or miniature spear-like thing. It's just glowing and vibrating with green energy. And it hurls it directly at you, Lyra. Again, that's going to be, let me see here. You cut your range spell attack. Let me put that in the chat. Okay, let's make the attack. Tries to hit you with this glowing arrow. 37. 25. 37. 35. That's a critical hit with this thing. Double damage. But not the persistent damage. Alright, so you're going to take... roll damage here. 32 points of acid damage. Plus the dreaded persistent damage. 5 points of persistent damage from the acid. This is persistent, so you're going to have to try and get this off you at the end of every one of your turns. You're going to take another 1d6 persistent acid damage. Okay? I think what might happen here is I end his turn, Well, maybe it won't. So 16 and 5. That's what you just took. And then it's done. Gonna go karma. You guys plotting? Plotting strategy? Keep it secret from the GM, huh? You're up, Karma. Let me change that, Dizzy. Velafor, you're up. Now your confusion. Oh yeah, it's at the end of your turn. You're going to make this savings throw. So you could do whatever you want, except no, you can't. You're confused. I think you have to be within range of him. Oh, he's right over your head. Yeah. You're standing up, right? Okay. Kyle, you're right in front of him. Actually, let me put Kyle right where he's supposed to be now. This creature's over your heads. You feel compelled, Velafor. Now, do you have no weapons drawn? Oh. It seems like a good choice. This could be brutal. Well, there is one thing with this. It's not as easy as just me deciding, oh, attack Karma and slice her in half. There's a little bit more to it with this. Let me grab it again and take another read, because it's a little bit more difficult for me to pull this off. Strange impulses, causing it to act randomly. The effects are determined by the target's will save. You can dismiss the spell. This is from the spell, not from the mind fog. The mind fog has a reaction associated with it, which allows the creature to control what you do, not the GM. In other words, I decide based on what the creature would decide to do. But you're not under that. You're under the spell. It's a little bit different. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your axe and you're going to try and level it on the first one that's near you. See, who are you? Why do you surround me? You're vile creatures. You let me fall from a ledge. And we're going to roll a dice. Kyle, give me a number from 1 to 6. 5. Let's make this public. Of course, you guys have no clue how I'm reading the results here. Oh, Kyle. It's on you. So go ahead, Valafor, make an attack roll with your axe, one-handed. If that's even possible, one-handed. If not, you'll spend an action double gripping it. And then it's got one more action, right? Change grip and attack. What's his movement? 25? You take off tripping down the steps, not falling over, but you run straight into the wall right ahead of you and bounce right off it. Right where you're located right now. Axe in hand. I could make you drop it, but I won't. Is that it? That's 3 actions. Let's go to Jafaki. Oh, he's got to make his save. Let him make his save against the confusion. Go ahead. You need a 28. This is a will save. $25. Let's read the confused. This is the condition now. The spell might be different. It might modify the confused. This says the target is confused for 1 minute. It can attempt a new save at the end of each of its turns to end confusion. So what it says, save DC is 28 against this spell. That's what it says. You attempt a will save to avoid the effects of this. And on a failure, you're confused for a certain amount of time, and you can attempt a new save at the end of your turn. So that's how it specifically works regarding the spell, because it can be different, because it could be heightened. And that wouldn't affect the result, though, just the number of creatures. The confused condition is a little bit different. DC 11 flat check, attack indiscriminately, which is what I did here. But it's a little bit different. But this spell is a little bit more difficult, since it's based on the spellcaster's grip on your mind, which is 28 in this case. That's why it's so particularly difficult. Yeah. And it's going to stay that way up till the time limit, which only I know. So yeah. So the creature's up next, or no, he just did that, didn't he? Yeah. Oh. Well, I shouldn't have moved them then. Oh no, I did move them. Yeah, I'm doing it right. I'm getting confused, Kyle. My mind is going already. Now we go to the creature, the big worm who hovers 15 feet above you. Go ahead and make... give me a... No, this is on you, Bjorn. You need to make a will save. You better. You need a 28. 26 is a failure. You are going to be confused. This is the same exact thing. All right, at the end of your turn, you're going to be able to make that save of 28 to try and break free. This creature has a grip on your mind. And it's done. It's going to go to Lyra. All right, Lyra. We'll take a break after this round, or this turn. You guys can think. How many do you have? Okay. What'd you get? 16? 16? That's critical failure. Another smashed. Yeah, just the confused condition. Again, you were bringing up what Cypher does. It says, when damaged by an attack or spell, you can attempt a DC 11 flat check. That's the only way you really get rid of it, if it's a condition. The spell is very specific. It doesn't work that way. So if Cypher came up to you suffering from this and started slapping you, it wouldn't work. This is a magical grip on your mind. Whereas confused, the condition is literally, gee, I'm kind of confused here. I guess. Go ahead, Lyra. Persistent damage, you're gonna make a flat check at the end of your turn. Well, when you're done, you're going to take some damage, and then you're going to make your save to stop it. Are you done? All right. First, you're going to take your damage. which I think will automatically be dealt to you. It's a D6. I think when your turn is over, it's just going to roll it separately and give it to you. But go ahead and make a DC 15 flat check to get this acid off you. 15. It's pretty hard. People can aid you. 10 won't do it. All right, we're going to go to the next person here. Let's see if it gives you your damage for persistent damage. Yeah, it did. So there, you took 5 more. Did it automatically apply that? All right, so you're subject to that still. And we got 2 warriors who are confused, which is not good. And you guys are going to have to do some thinking here. Carmi, you're the only one with any sense at the moment. Well, Layra as well. So we're going to take a break. Let the players strategize here and see what they want to do next. So let's go to a intermission so I could go downstairs real quick. All right, folks, be right back. All right, here we are once again, part 2. Gonna pick up where we left off. Right in the midst of a combat which is not going the way of the companions. These creatures are slippery ones indeed. They cling to the ceiling of this place, one through magic, one by sheer will of his feet, perhaps a drider, clinging to the ceiling far above, casting magic upon the companions. Companions are having trouble. 2 of them are confused. They're fighters. They're frontline fighters are both confused. That's going to be an issue. This could be risky business, but we're going to see what the companions have come up with for an answer. So with that, we're going to go into round 6. Yes, round 6, and we're going to start with Bjorn. You are confused. At the end of this turn, you're going to get a savings throw.
Okay. And I can act normally, right? But I just don't treat anybody as an ally.
No, you're confused. You're totally under my control. You can't do anything. No, wait, is that right? Yeah, confused. There's a condition called controlled, too. Someone else chooses all your actions, but that's not the same condition. This is confused. Let me make sure I didn't make a mistake here. Confused. Confused. Yeah, you're confused. You know what? Actually, let me look at the description of confused in Foundry. Let's read this, because it might have a little more information. You don't have your wits about you, and you attack wildly. You are off guard. You don't...
Sorry.
You don't treat anyone as your ally, though they might still treat you as theirs. That makes sense. And you can't delay, ready, or use reactions. Okay. You use all your actions to strike or cast offensive cantrips, though the GM can have you use other actions to facilitate attack, such as draw a weapon, move so that a target is in reach, and so forth. Your targets are determined randomly by the GM. If you have no other viable targets, you target yourself, automatically hitting but not scoring a critical hit. If it's impossible for you to attack or cast spells, you babble incoherently, wasting your actions. Each time you take damage from this is the condition, which is linked to the spell. So let's continue reading here. Each time you take damage from an attacker's spell, you can attempt a DC 11 flat check to recover from your confusion at the end of the condition. All right, that clarifies something for me. This is described. This is what it says for the spell. All right? So you do... Cypher could wake somebody up out of this. That still applies to this confusion. So all confusion is the same now. So what would happen when you take damage, you get this DC 11 flat check. Otherwise, at the end of your turn, you have to make another savings throw, which is 28
Right.
will in this case. Now it all makes sense. So you still get that DC 11 flat check. See, the card says it a little different, but this is more clear. All right, so, all right. Okay, you got that?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to start with you, Bjorn, and... So I guess you can decide what you want to do, but you have to follow those restrictions. Reading it that way. Like I can't make you attack. You just can't delay, ready, or use reactions. So no attack of opportunity. You use all your actions to strike, so you cast defensive cantrips. Though I determine you can do other actions to facilitate. Your targets are determined by the GM. So basically, when your turn comes up, attack somebody. That's all you can do. You can attack with cantrips, or you can just attack. You have to attack somebody. So I don't know what role you play as a player in this. It's kind of like I'm in control. Because you have to attack.
The question is, who do I attack?
I mean, you can move. I don't see what the point of letting you control this is whatsoever, because I decide who you attack. So
Exactly.
it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to move I'll take control of your character, basically, and decide what happens, what makes sense, randomly, as we found out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in clockwise, starting with Lyra. I'm going to go around the horn here. So Lyra, Karma, Valafor. Lyra, Karma, Valafor. A D6, all right? Starting with Lyra. So let's roll that. This is the target of Bjorn's attacks. They must pay the price. So it's Karma. That makes sense. So you're going to attack Karma. You'll be making the die rolls here, of course. Whatever weapon is in your hand.
I will need to change grip because I have my.
All right,
blade
change
in
grip.
one hand.
That's one action. Just lay into her.
Sorry, Carm.
By Amode, you must die.
There we go. Click on the right button here. I won.
Yep.
Take 8 points of slashing in the first one, Carm. Sorry.
The creature is watching you, Bjorn. He's analyzing your movements. You would be good for the arena. Or perhaps to be flesh warped onto another creature, yes. Powerful warrior indeed. Go ahead and attack her again. Just to finish it off.
If we were going to choose a different target.
Oh, you could. Want to do that? I don't mind.
They're both hits.
All right,
and
roll another
she's
damage.
The only one that can.
14.
8 and 14, Carm.
All right, you're done.
Now I get to make my will save.
And you're probably shaking and everything, and the sweat's pouring off your head. You don't know what you're doing. You're just swinging randomly. Carmen looks like a shadow.
I'm going to hero point that.
Need a 28. Oh, you got it. Excellent. Your confusion is gone. You shake it off. Perhaps it was the screams of your friend who was taken by surprise, Karma. Blood dripping from her arm from the slash she took. All right. Maybe things are going to go your way. Maybe. Drider is next. All right, what's he going to do? This looks fun. Perhaps this will work. A good ray of frost in the direction of... Give me a number from 1 to 6, Karma. This is important.
You're muted, Carm.
You give me a number, Kyle.
Sorry, you needed a number?
Yeah, 1 to 6.
4.
Okay, so evens, it's on you. It's on you,
You'll
Karma.
take 22 points of damage to arm.
22.
Yeah.
You said?
Sorry.
Ow.
Yeah, I smacked you twice with a blade there. Sorry.
Don't apologize. You didn't do it. I did. You just rolled the dice. Don't feel bad about it, Kyle. It's just a game. You got this. A blast of icy...
Yeah,
You blast an icy ray. This is coming towards you, Karma. Spell attack roll. It's going to be cold damage. This is going to be in Karma's 23. Let's make the attack. Ray of frost comes at you from the Drider. 37. Wow. 33. So that's a critical success. The target takes double damage and takes a minus 10 foot status penalty to its speed for 1 round. So your speed will be minus 10. I'll drag that to your thing here. And you're going to take some damage. Double. This is going to be 14 doubled to 28. 28 points
I'm
of
down.
cold damage.
I'm down.
Okay. It should automatically give you dying. Should be dying.
Yeah, it
Should be
gave
dying.
me dying.
Should be dying 2.
2.
Should be 2. Because it was a critical. If it's not, make it 2.
Oh, it says dying. Dying 1. How do I make that 2?
Left click it.
That was a right click. Oh dear. How do I get that back?
Go to your conditions on your token. Right click your token. The right hand column is the conditions button. Click
Gotcha.
that. Find dying. And left click it twice, basically. Each left click
Type
is
that
an
again. I
add.
didn't see it come.
It's alphabetical.
It's a skull, I think.
There it is.
Got it?
And then there it is.
All right.
Got it.
dying 2. All right, you're good. All right. That took 2 actions for Ray of Frost. Let me indicate that I cast this. It's a cantrip. Alright, I think I did that right. So, your spell effect there, I drug it to your token. It should deduct your movement, I guess. You have a minus 10 for a round. To your movement. Alright, next is going to be... It looks back towards you, Labra. It sees you, chanting words and grasping at your holy symbols. It starts to speak at you. It is speaking. Do you understand Undercommon?
No.
Damn it. Alright, I got a -4 penalty on this. Because you don't understand, but he's looking intimidating. He's staring down at you, and he's waving his arms, making gestures. So he's going to attempt to intimidate. What is your will DC? I'm going to make my rolls public.
Plus 12.
Oh, they are public. It's 12, so 22.
Mhm. Yep.
You got a 34. That's a critical success. You are demoralized for frightened 2. So make yourself frightened 2. Okay?
I don't know if I don't know if this will work or not. Let me see here. I have this.
It would have to be a reaction.
Your reaction.
Yeah, it's not your turn.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to use it right now. Unless there's a spell already in effect. Or if you have a reaction that can react to this damage you just took. So did you mark yourself?
No.
Frightened 2?
One moment.
He's done. Actually, let me apply the -4. I didn't do that, so it'll be a 30. And what did you say it was? A 24?
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely not critical, so you're frightened 1.
Okay.
Not frightened 2. My bad. Okay, he's done. We're going to go to Valafor.
What am I doing, Fred?
Let's see. I have to attack. Let's randomly determine who that will be. He can reach all 3 of you. So yeah, so let's go clockwise, starting with Lyra. We're going to go Lyra, Karma, Bjorn, and then Lyra, Karma, Bjorn. 1d6. Here we go. Two. That is Karma. Didn't she take the... Yeah, she did get attacked.
Yeah, she's down.
So, let's see. We'll move him 25. He comes rushing up towards her at the steps. And whatever weapon he has out, if it's an axe, ooh, this is gonna be bad. Lyra, if you can absorb some of this damage, keep it in mind. He might miss.
Yeah, she's 20 feet away.
Oh.
If she's not within 15 feet of me, I can't do anything for her.
All right. Well, he's going to lay into her. Go ahead. Is she down?
Yeah, she's down.
All right. Wait a minute.
I'm dying too.
No, he's not going to attack you. He doesn't see her as a threat at the moment. Let me see. What did I roll? 2? A 2. So 1, 2, 1. That'd be against you, Bjorn. Can he reach you? Let's see. It's 15. And then here, 20. Oh, say, so that attack was against you.
Okay.
Not against Karma. He doesn't see her as any threat or anything to be bother with. Wow.
And that was one action for him to move up, right?
Right.
Hit, not critical.
Okay. And plus he spent an action regripping his axe because, like I described previously, he bumped into the wall. He's only holding it with one hand. So this will be your third action. Okay.
Got it. And then let's
He's
see
done.
what he can do about this will save.
It's 28. 24. Nope.
He has a hero point. 32, that's critical.
Okay, it is gone. Your confusion, you shake it off.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That's critical success.
Oh, you guys. Oh, man. No hero points for that. You're confused. You're getting all wacky. All right. Bellafor's done. We're going to go to Jafaki, who hovers above, watching close. Yes, fight, kill each other.
I'm about to kill you in a minute, you bald-legged lizard.
We shall see about that. He's going to spend 2 actions to once again cast Confusion. This time on you, Bjorn. You need to make a will save. Yes.
28.
What'd you get, 28? Ooh. Yep. You needed a 28.
Today.
He's not happy. He looks disgusted. And let me do this. Okay. Let me get rid of it now. Where is it? Let's get rid of that. There. All right. All right, that took 2 actions. He stares at you, Bjorn, even more intently. But nothing else happens. We're gonna go to Lyra, who's suffering from acid. Need a roll aid, Lyra? Get some roll aids.
Can I attempt to try and get rid of the frightened one? Or do I have to wait for that after turn?
Frighten goes away after a turn.
Okay.
I believe so. That's just something that you gotta deal with. Goes away on its own.
You lost Jess.
So frightened, you take a status penalty equal to your value, which is 1, on all your DCs and checks. So everything, including armor class. The end of each of your turns, the value of your frightened condition decreases by 1, so it'll be gone by the end of your turn. Your persistent damage is a problem. That will kill you.
Trying to think what you can do.
You can heal yourself, can't you? Can you use lay on hands for yourself?
She can on herself, but if she gets attacked and it goes through, that spell is going to become useless. But I'll attempt to use it.
Stabilize, stop bleeding. Yeah, this is acid. You'd think it would work, though. No, it's first aid. Nah. Someone can aid you and give you bonuses to your roll to get rid of the persistent acid damage. But that's about it. So what are you doing?
I'm going to try and use lay on hands myself.
All right, let's make sure you can.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can.
Okay.
I had this discussion before. Or was that the... I'll let you.
You'll let me?
Yeah, I think I'm thinking about the liberating step. You can't use that on yourself. Regardless, I'll let you use it in this case. So you'll get that back.
Okay.
Okay?
That was 2 actions, I believe.
One.
Past time is 1. Okay, so I've got 2 more actions. I'm gonna attempt to try and get out of the room.
Is there... How are you describing this? Because nobody really indicated that we need to run away. How are you viewing this, that you're going to run away? Or are you getting into a better position?
She's not running away. She's trying to find a better spot for herself.
Okay.
Because if she had stayed in that position, she would not have been able to provide any kind of support. And so she moved herself out of the room, and she's trying to find a better position to where she can help her comrades better.
I get it. Anything else? Got one more.
That's it.
Okay. I'm gonna go to round 7. Start with Bjorn.
Okay, I'm going to stow the glaive. Actually,
Lyra, do you need to make your roll for the persistent damage?
Just did.
Yeah. What are you rolling there? It says 1d15.
I thought I was supposed to roll 1d15.
No, your DC is 15.
Oh.
It's a flat check.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and make 2 rolls. In case you screwed up the other one. Make 2 rolls. You need a 15, but you're going to keep the damage you just took.
Okay.
But I'll let you make 2 rolls to see if you can get rid of this. D20, you need a 15 or greater. There you go. It's gone. So take away persistent damage. You finally get the acid off of your clothing. Somehow.
And since it's also the end of her turn, would that fear go away?
You probably tore half of your clothing off. You're in rags right now. It's not a good look.
Another reason why she tried to get out of the room, because she knew she would have been useless.
Yeah. Makes sense. Bjorn, go ahead.
Bjorn is going to walk up and try to pick up Karma and carry her out of the room while he's looking to battle for pineapples. Move.
Does that forbidding ward stay on you? Or not?
No, I believe since she went down, it is a concentrate spell.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Yep.
And what's the other one? Heroism?
As well.
Skill checks. Heroism. I don't know if that stays or not. Anyway. She went down. You were confused. It wouldn't bother me if you got rid of all of them.
Yeah, he's going to attempt to pick her up and carry her to the entryway.
What's your bulk, Karma?
Let me check really quick. Bulk is in inventory, right?
Yep.
Because I think her bulk adds to your bulk.
It says
So you're like encumbered.
carried bulk is 7.
Yeah, that's all we need to know.
Okay.
So you would add 7 to your bulk, which means you're probably going to be encumbered.
Yep.
I don't think we've ever done this. We usually wing past it, but let's just look for...
But if I can't sling her, then I'll drag her.
Yeah, that's the other option. Where the heck is it? Encumbered. You're clumsy 1, and you take a minus 10 foot penalty to your speed, or all your speeds if you have more than one. So just minus 10 from your movement, and you're going to be clumsy 1. So you're going to move 5 feet into her hex, then minus 10 from your movement, and then move whatever's left, and that'll be your first stride. Picking her up will be another action, so you'll have a stride, pick up, finish your move, and then you got one more action.
10, that would put me 10 there, and then I could do another. Be 10, 20, and 5 would get me to the door.
Right. Yeah, that's good enough.
That would get me with Karma to the door. So go ahead and move yourself up beside me, Karma.
Okay.
And you're clumsy.
Yep, I put it on.
Technically, you'd move
those
5
pencil
feet.
bits, I'm trying to remember where
Tec-
you are.
Technically, you would move 5 feet forward as one action. One action to pick up Karma. And then you would be encumbered. So your final move would be a stride that's all encumbered. So you'd move 15 feet from her square. Is actually where you'd be, which would be about right there.
Gotcha.
That's where you and Kyle are at the moment.
But I'm getting there.
I think we did that right. Why can't I move you properly here? Oh, whatever. All right, next is going to be... we have to backtrack again here. Who downed Karma?
The Drider.
All right, well, she's in the right initiative order then. All right, Karma, you're going to make your death recovery roll.
Okay, sure.
Click that button on your character sheet. Or on the token HUD, there is an option. I think it's under utility or something to make a recovery roll.
Cover check?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can also do it hero points if you have any.
13.
13, you need, well, it says success.
Ah.
So, DC 12. DC 12.
I think I have
Because you're
a talent based on that.
Dying 2 puts you at DC 12. So you got a 13. Yeah, you're successful. So you reduce your dying by 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So you're done. Next is the Drider, who sees you trying to escape. Begins to shuttle itself along the ceiling. Getting close to the wall over here. And... I don't know if it's going to be a... Lyra, are you... You're peering into the room, right? You can see stuff, right? Okay, well then
Yeah.
he can see you clearly then. Which is perfect. Not that it really matters. It's magic missile time. He's going to launch the old magic missile. And he does have another one. Let me cast this. There we go. It's going to be 3 shots, 3 arrows. No, I'm sorry, 2, because he moved. So 2 arrows. So give me a number from 1 to 6. 2, 3. No, we're going to go in order from Lyra down. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From Lyra to Karma to Valafor and back up again. So let's roll a d6. 6. That's Jesse. All right, so he's going to take a magic missile.
Okay.
Let's roll another d6. Odds it's on Lyra. It's on Bjorn. So 1 magic missile on Bjorn, 1 magic missile on Valafor. So that's going to be some damage here on each of you. Valafor, you're going to take 2. Was that right?
I see 7.
7? Yeah, there it is. 7. 7 on Valafor. And for you, Bjorn, mystical bolt. 6 points. Force damage.
The brain step on Bjorn.
Okay. Okay, what is that? 8 points?
That's 8 points.
All right, that absorbs all the damage. There you go. Butterflies begin hovering around you, Bjorn. You will still be confused. Excellent. And we're going to go to Valifor. You're next.
Since Karma left all of her stuff kind of laying on the ground, Valifor is going to pick up her sword, at the very least, and then he's going to spend the rest of his actions getting out of the room. That's one movement.
Fritz,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to bounce.
Okay. We'll pick up where you left off. What do you want your character to do? Dizzy?
Even in her condition, she'll still try and help out with the group as much as she can.
Okay. I got it.
Alright.
All right, Dizzy, you take care. Thanks for playing tonight, and hopefully we'll see you next Sunday.
Hopefully that's the plan.
All right, I hope so. Thanks.
Yeah.
Dizzy, see you later. Go ahead. Valifor.
That was the end of Valifor's move. He picked up Karma's longsword and then ran for the door.
Do, 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 do. Wait, why do you run? Why do you flee? Surely you wanted things from me. Come back! And he... Let's see, does he have any more confusion? What can he do? 25 feet up, 25. Let's see, 30, 35. Let's see what the range of this is. 60. All right. All right. You can't really see this, but as you approach the door, the one door is still locked on this side. But where Lyra stands, kind of peering through the door, suddenly the door slams shut on you. Bjorn. All right, we're gonna... Yeah, let me look at one more thing. And in one action, he reaches towards his bandolier once again, and he's going to chuck, this time, some acid. In one go. So let's do this. This will be his first attack. Let's make it.
AC 24.
He gets a 35 critical. So you're going to take splash and full. Karma will also take damage, but it's only going to be splash, so it's going to be 2 points in this case. No, wait a minute. This is different. This is acid. Get a single. Wait a minute. It's the wrong spell. Where is it? 35. All right. 20 points. Plus 6 splash damage. 26 damage on Bjorn.
Got it.
Karma takes 6.
Which wouldn't that just simply increase her dying condition?
I was gonna ask, yeah.
Yes, it'll go up by 1. That was critical. Uh-oh.
Up by 2. So she'd be dying 3.
Yeah.
Dying 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds good enough to me. But you still got her?
Dying 1 that was critical, then yeah, then that would be dying 3.
Is the damage doubled on a splash? Or not on a splash, but on a bomb attack? I imagine it is. You don't multiply splash damage on a critical hit. Alright, so you don't. My question was, does it still technically count as a critical hit? Because I hit you with a critical hit with the bomb.
Right.
Which, if she's dying, she's going to be dying double. She's going to take 2 levels of dying. So if she's dying 2 now, she's at dying 4, she's dead.
Well, she had a success, so she's dying 1. So if she takes 2 more levels of dying, she's dying 3.
Got it.
Remember,
Close
because she
one.
did success.
Lyra is next. She sees the door close in front of her mysteriously. She gets desperate. She forces the door open. Wait a minute, she's surrounded in darkness all of a sudden. Oh, brother. She is going to reach into her pack and light up a torch. That's 2 actions. And she's going to open the door with her 3rd and final action. That's good. It gives you don't have to waste an action to move through the door now. And she's done. We're going to go to the next round. Bjorn, you're up.
I'm going to carry Karma through the door.
15 feet, I believe,
Yes, sir.
per stride.
And I'm going to drop her off inside room, and then I'm going to go back and retrieve my weapons. My long sword from right there. And then I'm going to slam the door shut behind me.
Alright, so you guys are all in one big square here. Well, let me put you where you would be. You're going to be in there with Lyra. Right there. The door will be shut. And Karma's actually up here. Alright, I think we got that.
And I'm just going to reach for my long sword as we go. That way, at least I still have it and my shield. And then, as I pass through with Karma, I'm just going to slam the door shut. I got to refresh here. All my tokens are all messed up.
I know. On my end, I could move them around. You click on the token, and there's a little button there to click on whoever else is in there, and I click on that, and it'll put you on the top of the pile. There's Lyra on the top. If I click it now, I could click on your token. There, you're back on the top again. I think only I could do that. But as the door slams behind you, Bjorn, laying Karma's body down on the ground, putting your shoulder against the door, side by side with Lyra. You have acid damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's persistent as well.
15, 20.
When it's the end of your turn, you're going to make a roll. Not Karma, I don't think.
No, Karma didn't take it. It was just me.
Yeah, you got the persistent damage. It should automatically give you the damage, but after it does that, you'll be able to make that roll. You need a DC 15 or greater to get rid of it.
Okay. And then as soon as I put down Karma, I lose the clumsy condition, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's your damage. Now make your roll to get rid of the persistent damage.
18.
18. You needed a 15 or greater. It's gone. Well, you lucked out there. All right. Now we go to Karma. Karma, there's only one thing to do. You need to pass the recovery. If you fail this, that's it. Karma's story has been told.
Well, once again, if you have a hero point, you can spend it to stabilize.
Do you have a hero point?
I do have a hero point.
Well, here's how it works. If you have at least one hero point, you can spend them all of them, to instantly stabilize.
I would like that very much so.
And get rid of your healing, your hero point.
Oh shit.
And
There it goes.
we're going to get rid of your dying completely. There. And it makes you wounded 2 now automatically. I like it. You're still
Wounded
unconscious.
2. Okay, that is much better.
Hero
Right.
points save lives, Carmen.
Yes. You can re-roll d20s, including recovery rolls, but you could also spend all of them just to stabilize immediately.
That was so worth it.
Yeah. Let's live it on the edge, Karma. That was a close one. Go ahead and make a d20. You needed what? 14, I think? No, 13
okay.
or greater. Just see if you would have got it. If you were dying 3, that's...
Oh my god!
Oh. What would have happened with that is your dying 3 would have been reduced to dying 1.
That is also cool, but I'm still glad to and want to use the hero point.
Yeah, in this case, 1 hero point to instantly stabilize, definitely worth it.
Yes.
Definitely well worth it.
Well done. Well done. So, with that taken care of, we're going to go to the creature. We're going to go to Valafor. What does
Yeah,
he do?
what can Valafor really do here? I mean, he can try to grab Karma and like carry her further back,
He could.
at least till we get away from this door. Yeah, so I think he's going to do that. So there's a 30 to pick up Karma and carry her back.
Just add her encumbrance. You don't have to
Yes.
make a roll. Move 5 feet into her square. Pick her up. So add her encumbrance of 7 to Valafor's encumbrance. You're going to be encumbered, so you're going to deduct 10 from your normal movement. So what is that, 15?
Yep.
So just move 15.
Yep. And then he'll put her down right there.
Are we going to count that as a free action? To drop her?
I mean, we could.
Do you want to be careful and take an action to do it? That'll have to wait till next turn.
Well, then he'll just stand there and carry her then.
Or just
Well,
plop her down.
Stand there holding her there.
Yeah, he's
So,
trying.
yeah, he will stand there and still hold her.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're trying to get out of the corridor, not hang around. Leapfrogging, right? You want to get out of there. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, let me back that up a bit. Instead of going that way, why don't we cut and go into the arena?
There you go. You can do that. 15
So
feet from
she
about
was
here.
Yeah.
10, 15.
So come on, Carm. 15 feet right there. That's all I got.
Okay. We're going to go to Jafaki. Who's at the door there? It's Bjorn.
And Lyra.
Yeah. You hear shifting noises beyond. Keep in mind, I think the door is actually broken. Critical success on a force open check would mean that there's no damage to the door. Otherwise, it's damaged. It's broken, basically. It took it off its hinges. So it's kind of laying there haphazardly. Definitely, if it wants to come through that door, it will do so. Lyra's up. Says, Bjorn, we must get out of here. We cannot wait any longer. Desna beckons us somewhere else from here. We shouldn't be here. We almost died. And she stares at you.
We need to withdraw to the safe room.
She's going to ready an action to run. Trigger being you leaving. So she's going to use a reaction to move to stride, if you do. Okay, we'll do another round here, just to make sure. Bjorn, you're up.
Bjorn's going to move.
There you go. He could haul ass now.
And he's carrying the glaive, his longsword, and shield in his hands as he's kind of fumbling around here. And he's going to run up, kick the door up.
Technically, I think technically you have to spend an action on each item you pick up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So
then
three
it would have been the sword.
We're going to look past that right here. Although it would be fun if you only picked up one thing. What would it be?
It would have been the sword, hands down, because I have a replacement shield back in the thing.
Because you could always go back. Do you want to do that? Pick one of the things that you wanted the most and leave the rest.
Yeah. Bjorn will pick the sword, the +1 sword, and then he'll leave the shield behind because he has a replacement in the safe room.
What about the glaive?
Glaive is in his hand. He has a hand on the glaive and his hand and the longsword in the other hand.
So you picked up 2 items?
No, he had the glaive to begin with.
Okay. So it's just a shield?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no big
Just the
deal.
shield was all I left behind.
Okay. All right. You done?
Karma, you're back with Valafor. Yeah.
Whoops, wrong one.
Valafor's got you, not me. And yeah, that's it for Bjorn. Well, no, he's still got another action. He's going to hold his ground there, wait for the others. I'm actually going to back my movement away a little bit as well. Backtrack a little bit. That way, whenever the last person comes through, we're just going to pull the door shut. Yep, that's it. I'm going to hold one action to pull a door shut.
All right. So Karma's still not awake. Usually it takes 10 minutes or somebody can force you up, but you're still at well, actually you're at 0 hit points. You're not going to wake up. No, you actually do come up. Wake up naturally, and you'll be given 1 hit point. But not yet. So we're going to skip Karma. We're going to go to the creatures. Nothing seems to be happening. Valafor?
Valafor's going to keep carrying Karma.
Okay.
And he's going to spend all 3 actions. So there's 1 action, 2 action. Woo.
Yikes.
Too far on that one.
Hang
Woo,
on.
baby.
Hang on.
Hey now. Back to me, son. I need to go back to square. Alright, Carm, get up here with me.
Here she comes. Check it.
And Bjorn is still holding, waiting for Lyra to get through.
All right. You guys can't see this. Her reaction, though, this is actually a really good move she had here with the ready to action. So actually, when you were moving, she was following right behind, which was really smart. So 5, 10, 20, that'd be 30, 25. She gets one action, so she starts her turn right there. So now she's got 3 strides. So, I think she moves 30. Well,
Bjorn will shut the door.
All right. With that, we will end the encounter. Nothing seems to be pursuing, according to Lyra. That was a really good move Lyra did there, now that I think about it, because I had plans. But no, she ran away before her turn came up. It's good. All right. And you can continue your run. Let's see, would you like to escape to?
Safe room.
All right, let me gather you up inside of our token here. The safe room, well, that's in the level below, so I don't have to do that. Okay. Let me see. Through the arena. Oh, the safe room's on this level. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could head west from here, up that corridor. You've been through here before, felling all the beasts. And so it's not going to take you as long as you might think. It's going to take about another 20 minutes to get up to this position here in the dark. But you do manage to get back to the safe room. There you find Cypher. So everybody is together once again in this chamber. Safe and sound. You can shut the door behind you.
Yep, and Bjorn's going to start doing healing checks on Karma.
All right, so let's take care of healing. And I'll dish out some XP.
So there's one for you, Karma. 13. That'll get you at least awake. Got one for Jess. So yeah, Karma, you should be awake by now. You just got 13 back, so you should be feeling it, but awake.
Yep, I'm awake. I'm feeling it. And she wakes up, and you look at her for a moment as she's just kind of coming to. The first thing she does is she reaches for, but it's not there, so she kind of starts to panic.
Valdfor hands the sword to her.
And the look of relief is absolutely palpable as she takes the sword back. And thank you, Valdfor.
We were able to carry you out. And Bjorn just looks like he's like on the ragged edge. Like he's tending to everybody else's wounds. Here's one for Lyra, Fred. So that's 12 for Lyra. I imagine we have some sort of light spell, maybe.
Yeah, it took all the light spells away.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I did? Who did? I didn't do anything.
Well, I left my shield behind, and that's what my light spell was on.
Oh. Karma's light went out? Yeah, that went out. So yeah, there was no light.
Yeah. There was no light.
Well, Layra lit up another torch. That's how you found your way back. Alright, so you got your lights back, and that's all good.
You want to do plus 12 for Lyra.
Plus 12 for
And I
what?
just healed her. Healing.
Plus 12. Excellent. There's Cypher. Bjorn, you're really bad off. So's Karma. Near death. She's at wounded 2. Wow. You were really
Yeah.
He's
walking
more
the
so
edge tonight, Karma.
Living on the edge. I was
Yeah.
actually going to say, would she have the wherewithal to perform a healing check on Bjorn? Because he won, and I can do.
As she would go to heal Bjorn, Bjorn would kind of gently grab her hand. No, tend to your own wounds. I will live.
Can you mechanically do that?
Kyle, don't get crazy here. Heal up. This is when he'll turn back to face the enemy by himself.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. But no, after some poking and prodding, Karma, he will let you heal him.
Okay.
But he is more so worried about you getting healing. And so he
Yeah.
will continue to wrap your bandages. So there's another one for you, Karma. Nice press 20.
How long does it take to do each one? Isn't it? Is a certain amount of, like 20 minutes have passed or something like that?
10 minutes.
10 minutes per bandage.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so we're
you're
at 40
immune to
minutes.
it for an hour.
Mine is decreased on the immunity because I have a talent for it, but it doesn't matter here. The one for Bjorn, so I would be immune right now, so I can't take the second heal because you woke me up with bandages.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that wouldn't work.
But I can use the spell on myself. But first, I wanted to.
Well, something that you could do is do a healing check on me and then do a 3-action heal.
Oh, an AoE heal right now would be really good.
Yeah, and then we could kind of rest.
Actually, let me just do the 3-action heal like right now, while I'm here. Instead of taking 10 minutes to bandage you up, I'll just do a 3-action heal.
Yeah, and then we can kind of rest if we have to.
We have the time, yeah. Got here, we're healing up. So that's 10 for everyone.
Take it.
And Lyra would have also gotten that 10.
Yeah, she would also have plus 10 for its flavor because that was the 3-action AoE heal.
Yeah. Do I still have my buffs on from before, or do they go off when I die? Looks like they're on.
They
Right.
go off as soon as you drop.
So right click prone, right click off guard, yeah. The only thing that stays, well, no. Did anybody do a medicine check on you?
Yes.
All right, your wounded condition is gone, both of them. So you're not wounded anymore. Magical healing does not take away the wound condition. Any medicine check or a skill check will take away wounded condition.
Mm-hmm.
There is an exception. If you're totally healed from any source, including magic, if you're totally maxed out in your hit points, you do get rid of all of your wound condition, if you rest for 10 minutes afterwards. I think it's 10 minutes. That's the only way magic can actually take away the wounded condition.
Yes, sir.
Kyle, is it D8 to do a medicine check? I can't
Yes.
remember. It is D8?
8 plus 10.
It is D8.
No, it is 2d8 plus 10.
Yeah, that's how much you heal back. It's a medicine
And then
check.
this one will be for Bjorn then.
Are you trained in medicine?
Yes.
Then you can do it.
Yeah,
This-
Carm and I both have assurance in medicine.
All right, that's good.
I have something else.
And you also have battle medicine, which is really useful.
I was going to give it to Karma, but I chose assurance in medicine for her, which in hindsight, I kind of find more useful than battle medicine. But battle medicine kind of came in clutch tonight with Jess.
Yeah, you could use it
Yeah.
in combat. That's a big deal. Otherwise, it's just magic and healing potions in combat. It's the only way you can heal.
Yeah, I want to pick that up.
It's really useful. All right, so I gave everyone their XP tonight. You didn't get as much because you didn't really overcome the enemy. You encountered them. Whether or not you successfully overcome or not, we'll see. But right now, I didn't give you anything for that. It all depends. I still might give you points for it. I'll have to look at the situation, see if you actually overcame them, even though you didn't defeat them. We'll see. But otherwise, you got your 10 plus another 10 for roleplay, so you got about 20 XP. Not as much as last session, but... And you lost a shield.
Yep, I lost the shield.
It's been with you since the beginning, too.
Yeah. Well, no, because that was that cold iron shield. So that kind of upsets me a little bit, but I do have my replacement. And I'm also thinking about taking this sling that's in the stash. But I have nothing for range.
Looks like there's 4 daggers in there. You got all kinds of things in there. Better watch those Morlocks. They're gonna come calling at that door pretty soon. You don't have a lock on it. It's crazy.
I just put the shield in there, Fritz. That way we have a reference that it was mine, and I dropped.
Gotcha.
And does anybody have any objections to me taking the sling?
No objection. Go
Okay,
for it, dude.
taking it.
Ow.
Going for the missile weapons. Well, what'd you think tonight? You guys, I see Jesse's in the game. He must be waiting to come in. But, what'd you think? What do you think your next move is going to be now? After that fight? You going to go back?
Yeah, we're gonna get some ranged weapons and go back.
Okay, well, keep in mind that the longer you delay, those creatures can heal too. If they even took any damage, I'm not sure. Yeah, Labra's probably the only one that... Well, you did too, Bjorn. I think you hit the worm guy.
Couple times.
Yeah, you guys did some damage, but they heal too, so you got to keep that in mind. Spell usage, you know. If you give them time to recuperate, you know, they may get all their spells back and heal or take other precautions to prevent such an incursion. So keep that in mind. The longer you wait. Of course, you guys are bad off too. Well, not that bad. You're spells.
For the most part.
How about your spells, Karma? What do you think? You
Uh,
gonna kind of get some attack stuff, maybe? I mean,
I might look at some options. Some things do come to mind. And if we walk in there with a fresh plate of my spell list, yeah, I probably have put in there a couple things that are more attacky and less group supporty.
yeah,
That's what we need.
the next session will be tricky for you guys because you got to get your new spells prepared. You got to wait a day. You got to get some sleep. And if you already slept today, you can't do it yet. But I don't know. I don't remember when you slept last. But anyway, you got to do that if you want to swap out spells. Cypher is not going to be in the next session. And she's the only one with a pretty decent repertoire of spells and magic. So that means it's going to fall on you, Karma, in the next session for providing some perhaps offensive spell casting. So that's something to look into. If you're the only
What was that he was
spellcaster.
doing? Like, how is he doing that confusion again? By casting a spell?
I think it's a 4th level spell, Confusion.
I'm trying to think about that too. That was bad.
Yeah. Once both fighters were confused, I started thinking, this could be the end of the party. I think somebody would survive. Somebody would run. I know you would. It wouldn't be a TPK, but that's pretty bad. This could be the end of the fighters. Confusion is that bad.
Yeah, that's very brutal. My own ally basically took me out. The amount of damage he did to me.
But looking at the description in Foundry, the updated description, it's not as bad as what seemed initially because of the fact that, like Kyle said, Cypher always, causing a little damage to give somebody an extra chance to break free of it on an 11 plus. Flat check is far better than a will savings throw of 28. So that puts some hope back into the situation regarding the spell. Because it didn't say that for the condition. It's always a flat check of 11, but when it's a spell, in this case, you guys needed a 28 savings throw.
These are so high.
Which is really hard.
Yeah.
For you guys. So that made it more challenging.
You got it, though.
You did. Very heroically. Well done, Kyle. All right, well, we'll do our outros, I guess. I was going to wait for Jesse to pop in, but I think he's going to wait and come in later. All right, folks, that's going to be our session, I guess. Yeah. Everybody made it out of that combat safe and sound. They're alive. I don't know what they're going to do next. That was Jafaki himself. Boy, was that was brutal. That was a close one. So, Kyle, give us your outro.
Yeah, that was a pretty close fight. We've been kind of steamrolling over everything and didn't really pick up any ranged weapons or anything like that. So, yeah, especially whenever they're flying well out of my glaive reach, it's going to be a bad day. So yeah, but had fun. Well, I'm thinking of ways I can, that we might be able to beat this creature. But obviously we got to get rest, we got to get spells, and then we're going to probably have to go back. And then, yeah, it's going to be a party all over again. But at least this time we know what we're doing and we know how to prepare ourselves.
Rachel's
some ranged weapons, sling stones, something.
Rocks.
Yeah, like start chucking rocks. Like I started chucking just bits of that machine that I destroyed.
What about you, Karma? Throw in your outro.
I had a good time tonight. I'm a little bit nail bitey there,
Yeah.
but we made it through somehow, and back on my feet. Not sure what we're gonna do about this, but we're gonna give it some thought. It's a little tricky.
That's right. And we got Jesse popping in at the last second. Jess, you want to give your outro?
Yes, you're muted.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
I know you didn't catch
All
the
right.
end of it, but go ahead and give your outro and what you remember.
all right. Hey guys, this is Val4 signing out for the evening. Hope everyone enjoyed the game, and I'll catch you guys later.
Awesome. Folks, it was a good time. It was exciting. It was all pretty much on that, focused on that one combat, but it was fun. That was a great time. Like Karma said, a lot of nail-biting moments in there. And it turned out to be a heroic withdrawal. But they survived, so that's good. I had a good time. Got a chance to do some new things with the monsters that I've never done before. That was fun. It was challenging. Yeah, that was all right. So we're going to be back next week with episode 78 and see what the companions do next. Wow. Nail biter. So folks, we're going to call it here. Thanks for watching. And if you're watching later, I appreciate it. And until next time, folks, you guys hang in there. It's only going to get better. Talk to you soon.